Welcome, namaste. Nice to practice with you guys. Make yourself comfortable, and we are going to be doing a bit of a dynamic hips class tonight. Some goddess poses, some pigeons, malasana. So get ready to get loose in your hips. That's the only kind of getting loose partying we do these days is what happens on the mat. Okay, getting grounded. Closing your eyes, softening down into your legs and hips. Relax your belly and take a gentle lift into your spine, inhaling and lifting all the way into the crown of your head. And maintaining that lift as you again just focus on softening the shoulders down away from your ears, letting the hips and legs be soft and heavy. Tuning into your breath without changing your breath, just noticing its natural rhythm, not striving to breathe deeply, just breathing naturally. You can continue breathing naturally in the same way, just enjoying a nice, simple, focused pranayama, nothing technical, just being at one with your breath and not trying to force change, just simply allowing and being present. Or if you'd like to, you can deepen your breath, starting to draw the breath down into the lower lobes of your lungs. Feeling your lungs and chest expand as you inhale and feeling them soften as you exhale. Already coming into the mindset of there's nothing else to do and nowhere else to be. Just being present, present with your breath, present with the sensation or sensations of your body. And setting an intention for that to be carried throughout our practice today. And as we move into Goranga breathing, starting with silently drawing the sound Goranga into our mind. So beginning a quiet meditation of bringing the mantra Goranga into our mind. And on our next breath cycle, we'll say the mantra out loud, listening to the sound as we say it. Exhale completely. Breathing in. Goranga. Goranga. We'll do 3 more rounds. Goranga. 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 Returning to your natural breathing pattern, allowing the effects of the mantra to resonate through your mind and heart. Opening your eyes, drawing your shoulders up toward your ears, scrunching them right up, creating lots of tension. And then exhale, pressing your shoulders down away from your ears, reaching your fingertips toward the floor. We'll do that 2 more times. Drawing up and exhale, pressing down. Drawing up and pressing down. And relax your arms, slowly rotating your head from one side to the other, looking to the right and to the left. Just moving at a pace that feels comfortable for you. And slowly come back to center. We're going to take the head now from side to side, just going within your comfortable range of motion. Taking the shoulder toward the ear, allowing the weight of the head to drop toward the ear to help open up through the side of the neck. Up and over to the other side. Inhaling up. 1 more time on each side. Up and over. And come back to center. We'll take the left leg under and the right foot over the top of the left leg. Foot to the floor. Knee aligned in front of your torso. And see if you can really squish your legs in, trying to align the knees on top of one another, grounding through the hips, lifting through the spine, and spiraling over to the right. Turning to look over the right shoulder, and if you can, taking your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Pressing down into your right hand, helping to lift and lengthen through your spine. We'll hold here for another couple of breaths. Just breathing comfortably. And coming back to center. Raising the right leg up, taking hold of your foot. And we're just going to do a little bit of a hip opener here, drawing the foot back, pressing the knee back, thighs sliding alongside the torso. Lift your lower back forward. And then set the foot down, placing your right leg to the floor and bringing your left foot over, placing it on the mat. And just gathering your legs in, aligning your knees, sitting up nice and tall, and spiraling around to the left. Maybe taking your elbow to the outside of your knee, opening up through your palm, pressing down through the backhand so you can lift and rotate. Settling into a nice steady breath. Release to center. Taking hold of your left foot, drawing the knee back, opening up through the hip, pressing the lower back forward. Good. And release. Bring the soles of your feet together, coming straight into cobbler or butterfly position. Lift and lengthen through your spine first, elongating the spine, pressing the knees down toward the floor, maintaining that length as you fold forward over your feet, dropping your elbows into the insides of your legs, gently pressing the knees down with your elbows, encouraging your knees toward the floor. Release, coming back up, crossing your ankles and stepping back into a plank position, pressing back into downward dog. Treating this as your warm-up downward dog, taking your time to set yourself up in the pose, spreading your fingers and thumbs nice and wide, pressing firmly into the floor, reaching your hips back, maybe spending a little time to just exaggerating that drawing in of the belly toward the thighs and the thighs toward the belly, lifting your heels high. And also playing with lifting and lowering your heels. And then settling into downward dog. Setting your shoulders down your back. Visualizing your vertebra lengthening away from one another. Prioritizing that length in your spine. So if you need to bring a soft bend into your knees to get that nice ease through your back, go ahead. And one more breath here. Looking between your hands, moseying your feet forward to meet your hands. Soft bend through the knees as you slowly roll up, coming to stand at the top of your mat. Grounding down through your feet, lifting through your inner arches, and lifting through the spine into the crown of the head, lengthening down into your fingertips. Starting in a nice strong Tadasana. We're going to take 3 rounds of sun salutations. We're going to be nice and patient with each breath, so feel free to take your time going at your own pace. Inhale, raising the arms up, looking to the hands. Exhale, folding forward, scooping the belly in, hands to the floor or the shins. Inhale, raising your chest and looking forward. Exhale, hands to the floor and jump us into plank, lowering down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog, taking your time if your spine still needs a little warming up. Exhaling back into downward dog. Holding here for 3 breaths. One, two, three. Exhale completely and jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, arms by your sides. Again, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back, gazing forward. Exhale, folding forward, jump or step back, lowering straight into chaturanga, still in the outward breath. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Hold for 3 breaths. And exhaling completely, jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, arms by your sides. One final round. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Jump or step back. Lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Counting 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Exhale completely and jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, arms by your sides. Take a breath. Alrighties, inhale. Stepping the right foot back, toes to the floor, keeping your back knee up off the floor, finding yourself in high lunge. Raising the arms up, holding here for a few breaths. Lengthening into your back heel. And surrendering down into that front thigh, stacking the knee above the ankle. Nice. We're going to transition from here to step the back foot forward, taking the shin to rest on top of the left thigh. Bending through that right knee, finding your balance, and then dropping down as deep into a squat as you dare. Either keeping your hands in prayer position, whoop, or reaching the arms up, shoulders down away from your ears. So you're pressing down into that foot, sinking down into the hips, and then reaching out in the opposite direction, fingertips reaching for either the sky or a 45-degree angle, depending on how you're situated. One more breath here. Nice. All right, we're going to control releasing that top leg back. So right leg steps back, keeping the back toes tucked under, lower your knee to the floor. Inhale, raising the arms up. We'll take a little back bend. Your back bend might be a bit deeper than mine. My back is not very bendy. So reaching back and pressing the hips down and forward, opening up through the chest. Nice, big, exaggerated crescent moon experience. Beautiful. And hands to heart center, lifting the back knee up. And we're going to step that back foot forward. Finding yourself back at the top of your mat. Take a breath. And let's move to the other side, reaching the left toes back. Bending through the front knee, stacking the knee above the ankle. Lengthening into that back heel. Floating the arms up when you're ready. Holding here in high lunge for a few breaths. All right, when you're ready, transitioning forward. So taking your weight forward, keeping a soft bend through the right knee, bending the left leg and placing the shin on top of the thigh, or the lower leg on top of the thigh. Bringing your hands to prayer position and finding your balance. And either keeping your hands in prayer or extending your arms up, shoulders down away from your ears, sinking down into your hips. Just a few breaths here. Nice. And now taking your time to release, stepping that left foot back, toes to the floor, back knee to the floor, and taking the arms up. And extending the arms back, pressing hips forward, going into a nice little back arch. Lengthening through the spine the whole time. So not collapsing down into our lower back, reaching and lengthening. Beautiful. And release the hands down. Lifting the back knee and stepping the foot forward. Take a breath in Tadasana. Good. Now inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, jump or step back into plank. Lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, raise the right leg up. So keep pressing down evenly into your palms and grounding down into that left foot. Raising the leg, right leg up nice and high, rolling open through the hips and bending through the right knee, bringing your heel in toward your hips. And then taking that knee back until you feel a nice stretch through the hips. Straighten the leg. Rotate the hips back to center and lower the right foot to the floor. Take a breath. On your next inhale, raising the left leg up, rolling the hip open. Press into the palms, lengthen that right heel toward the floor, and bending through the left knee. Heel in toward the hip, taking the knee back as far as you feel comfortable. And straighten the leg. Rotate the hips back to center, lower your foot. And let's bring our knees to the floor, big toes together and knees out wide. Walking your hands out. And we'll take 5 breaths in child's pose. And letting go completely. Coming back to that intention of nothing else to do and nowhere else to be. And just trying to cultivate that even when we're experiencing something strenuous or when we're having to be patient, holding something simple for a period of time. Just coming back to that mindfulness. Nothing else to do and nowhere else to be. Just doing this. Being present. Caring for our bodies and our minds. One more breath here. Begin to press yourself up. Bring your knees together. Hands to the floor and lift back into a downward dog. We're going to step the right foot to the outer edge of our mat, back knee to the floor and flatten the back foot, going into a dragon lunge. So you've got a nice diagonal direction in the hips. And we're going to be a little bit mobile throughout this hip stretch. So rather than just having a static long hold, take your right hand to rest on top of your right knee and either have your left hand to the floor or your forearm to the floor and work with just rolling your hips nice and slow, moving them through range of motion and allowing that front foot to come up off the floor as needed. And if you find a sweet spot that you think, yeah, I want to hang out there a little bit longer, just holding that position. Another option is to tuck the back toes under and raise the back knee up off the floor and find yourself in a elevated position, which is a little bit stronger on the hips. 2 more breaths here. Now coming out of the pose, back knee to the floor, bringing both hands to the floor. Tuck your back toes under and step back into downward dog. Take a breath. Step the left foot to the outer edge of your mat, outside edge of your hand. Taking your left hand to the top of your left knee. And maybe starting with one supporting hand on the floor before you drop down to your forearm, just to build into the depth of the pose and not shock your hips or shock your body. So gradually just deepening the posture, taking your time. And if you like, you can tuck your back toes under, raise that back knee up. One more breath here. And making your way back into downward dog, hands to the floor, back toes are tucked under. Step back into downward dog. And taking your right knee forward. And sitting on your heel to begin, and then dialing your right foot out in front of your left hip, or further still, if you want to go deeper into pigeon pose. Lengthening through your spine and then folding forward, maybe over a bolster or a cushion. And using your arms to prop yourself up so that you don't go too deep or too deep too quick. And as you feel your body start to relax into the pose, you can start to move your hands out or extend fully into sleeping pigeon with your arms outstretched, forehead to the floor. Keeping that left hip rolling down. Trying to keep your hips somewhat balanced or level. And then as you hold this pose, we're not in a rush. We're going to stay here for about 10 breaths on each side. So just noticing once you've coordinated yourself in the pose and you're not thinking about instructions anymore or trying to set yourself up, noticing the tension and the protective tension that we hold is very subtle. It's good that it's there, but just seeing if you can let go just a little bit more with every outward breath, letting go into the hips, being okay, the discomfort you might experience in the posture, knowing that it's only temporary, and it leads to a good outcome. One more breath on this side. And begin to peel yourself up off the floor, pressing down into your palms. Coming back into an upright position. Then tuck your back toes under, sliding the right leg back. Either going through a plank or a downward dog. And when you're ready, moving to the left side, sliding the left knee in between the hands, sitting on the heel for a moment, and then dialing that heel out, left heel in front of the right hip. The further away your heel is from your hip, the more intense the pose gets. And then gradually lowering down, reaching forward, and then settling in. Nothing else to do or nowhere else to be. And just breathing naturally. Two more breaths. Now making your way out of the pose. Pressing yourself up. Then releasing back into plank or downward dog, stretching out through your legs and hips. And then bring your knees to the floor. Come back and sit on your heels. We're starting to get a little bit yin mode now, so I won't go too technical, but we're going to go a little bit of internal rotation with hero, and then we're going to go into frog pose, which is a bit more external rotation, and then we'll come down onto our back and relax. If this already feels strong enough just sitting on your heels, just taking the backs of your hands to rest in your lap, turning your palms up. And you can relax here and breathe. If you'd like to go into hero, you can take your feet just wider than your hips and lower your hips to the floor. Option to take a cushion or a block underneath your hips, or sitting over a bolster is another option. And turn your palms up. Grounding down through the hips, softening into the knees and legs, really building that mind-body connection and messaging down to your hips and legs to let go, to relax, to soften. One more breath here. And taking your hands to the floor. Pressing down into your hands just enough so that you can lift through your hips. Walk your hands forward. And we'll just stretch out through the legs a little. Then situating yourself on your mat to get ready for frog pose. I find that I get really uncomfortable, not so much in the hips, but the pressure of the floor to my knee bones. So if you want to fold your mat over so you've got a little bit extra padding, or take something soft, a blanket or something under your knees, might be a good idea. So you can get more comfortable in the pose. And then we'll just take our knees nice and wide, turning your feet out like a little frog. Just like we did with pigeon, you've got full control of the intensity and of how you move into the pose and the pace that you move into the pose. So you can start, this might be enough on your hands, and just letting your whole hip area and your lower back, everything relaxing and just being drawn down by gravity. And then you might find that you're able to release a little deeper into the pose, coming down into your forearms, separating your knees a little wider as your hips start to relax. It really does take time for our nervous system to respond to the movement. That stretch reflex switches off after a few breaths. Then you might feel this nice sense of release where you can move a little deeper. Just taking your time. We'll hold here for about 10 breaths, maybe a little longer, just to give our hips plenty of time. If it gets too strong at any moment, know that you can just bring your forearms to the floor, your hands to the floor, and lift up. No need to be a hero holding it if it doesn't feel like the kind of intensity that you can handle today. And just making sure that your hips and knees are aligned. Sometimes we unconsciously will bring our hips forward even just a few millimeters to ease the tension. But see if you can just line up your hips to your knees and your knees to your ankles to get the most out of the pose. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Okay. Press down into your palms and lift up. And slide your hips forward enough that you can then bring your knees together. And we will just go down onto our back now. So coming onto your back and laying out flat, letting your hips release, letting all of that pressure and tension that we were just holding, allowing the nice release to occur. Two more breaths here. Beautiful. Hugging your knees into your chest very briefly. Then lower your right foot to the floor and extend your left leg up. You might like to take a belt around your foot if you can't reach your foot comfortably. We're just trying to open up and stretch a little through the hamstrings here. So just drawing the leg in just for a few breaths. Maybe you have 2 hands to your foot. And change sides. Left foot to the floor, raising the right leg up, taking hold of the right foot. Release both feet to the floor. And feet as wide as your mat as you rock your knees from side to side. Releasing through the hips and lower back. Good. And now just spending a bit of time dipping one knee down, holding for a couple of breaths. Stretching through the front of the thigh and the hip. Raising that knee up and dipping the other knee down, just till you get a stretch. And come back to center. There's a nice little relaxation pose. We're going to cross the ankles and hold the front of the feet. And you're basically just going to tie yourself into a little cozy knot and then relax. So we'll hold here for about 5 breaths, maybe a little longer, and then we'll switch ankles, taking the other leg over the top. So try and go into a little bit more of quiet mode now, closing your eyes. So you're holding your feet with just enough firmness and grip that you stay in position, but try to relax your arms and your shoulders. Try to relax your legs and hips as much as you can. With as little disruption to your body as possible, release your feet, switch your ankles over, and take hold of your feet again. And continue breathing and relaxing. Carefully, slowly release your feet, releasing your legs to the floor, making yourself comfortable in Shavasana. With your legs out and your feet naturally falling out to the sides. And slide your shoulders down away from your ears, and your arms alongside your body with your palms turned up. Feeling your whole body to be heavy as it rests on the floor. Feeling completely supported by the earth beneath you. Nothing else to do. Nowhere else to be. Observing how your mind and body feel after your practice. Seeing if you can feel the increased circulation throughout your body. the blood and lymph flow, as well as pranic flow. And feeling that beautiful sense of ease and lightness, and simultaneously feeling really nice and grounded. That balance between heaviness, lightness, and openness through the hip joints. And now taking your awareness all the way down to your feet. Relaxing your toes from your big toes to your little toes. Relax the soles of your feet, your inner arches and outer arches. Feeling your heels to be heavy as they rest against the floor. Relax and soften into your ankles. Soften into your calf muscles. And feel your shin bones getting heavier and heavier. Relax your knees. Relaxing the joints and all the tissues surrounding the knee joints. Softening into your thighs, the tops of your thighs, your inner thighs and outer thighs, and your hamstrings. Relax your left hip and your right hip. Feeling your whole pelvic girdle relaxing and softening. Feeling the sides of your torso as if they're melting down toward the floor. Relaxing into your lower abdomen. Relaxing through your belly and the middle section of your abdomen. And then relaxing right up into the top of your abdomen, softening into the diaphragm. And just taking some time here to visualize your breath, your prana circulating in a clockwise direction through your abdominal region. Helping to support the natural and free flow of prana in this area. And now coming back to your regular breathing pattern and bringing your awareness to your chest. relaxing into your ribs and all the muscles in between each rib. Softening and relaxing into your lungs. Relaxing into your heart center. Feeling your heart to be soft and light. And in this moment, anything that you're holding on to, just allowing it to be set down, allowing yourself to let go. Moving upwards to the shoulders, feeling your collarbones broadening and releasing. Relaxing your shoulders from the tops of your shoulders and the upper arm area down to the shoulder blades, and letting go again of anything that you might be holding on to or carrying on your shoulders, giving yourself a little bit of time and space to just set it down and set it aside. Moving your awareness to your upper arms, softening all the muscles in your biceps and triceps, relaxing into your elbow joint, relaxing the forearms and your wrists. Relax your hands and feeling your fingers to be gently curled. Noticing the gentle prickling sensation of prana and life force circulating your palms. And slowly moving your awareness to your lower back. Feeling your sacrum broadening and relaxing. Relax your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and your neck. And feel all the muscles either side of your spine softening and releasing. Your head is heavy. Your face is soft. Relax your jaw. Relax your mouth. Your entire body is heavy and relaxed. You feel safe and warm. There's nothing else to do and nowhere else to be. Just simply rest. taking your time to start waking up your body, wriggling your fingers and toes, noticing your breath flowing in and out of your lungs. Rocking your head from side to side, rolling yourself over onto your left side before pressing yourself up to sit. We'll finish off with a little Goranga chant, just joining in as you feel comfortable. Meditating on the sound, bringing it into your mind and down into your heart. And when you sing the sound, singing from your heart. Goranga, 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 Goranga. Your turn. Goranga, 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 Goranga. My turn. Goranga, 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 Goranga. Your turn. Goranga, 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 Goranga. One last time, all together. Goranga, 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 Goranga. Haribo. Bringing our hands together in prayer position, bowing our heads to offer our respects to each other, and bowing once more to offer our respects to the Supreme Soul. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming.